With NBA 2K21 on Next Gen just around the corner, we finally got news and information about how the park will be in NBA 2K21 on Next Gen. Now, obviously, all you guys know because all of you guys have been paying attention to all the news and things like that, but the neighborhood is now going to be known as the city. If you guys haven't watched anything about it, I suggest you watch things about it because it's going to be very, very different from the neighborhood. It's a big, entirely new city where there's more stores, and they brought back 4 affiliations. So I shouldn't say brought back because they didn't bring back the same affiliations, but they brought back brand new affiliations. Now, these brand new affiliations are the Northside Knights, the Southside Vipers, the Beast of the East, and the Western Wildcats. So 4 affiliations are going to be available for us to pick when NBA 2K21 comes out on Next Gen and we finally get our hands on the game. Now, with the affiliations coming back, there's a lot of different things they implemented with this. And the biggest thing they implemented with it, which I didn't see a lot of people talking about, but it's one of the, I wouldn't say coolest, because it's a little interesting how they're going to implement this and how this is actually going to go, is a thing called mayors. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read this out to you guys so you guys kind of have an understanding of what's going on. So, mayors. This year, 2K is introducing a voting concept into the city, and it can become a social media phenomenon depending on how 2K handles it. Here is how it's explained. So, each affiliation will be represented by a mayor. They will be very influential in your day-to-day experiences within the city. So, what is a mayor and what do they do and how do they become elected? So, the 4 mayors will have specific privileges and are being in a position to become 2K celebrities, sort of. But here are some of the privileges. I'm not going to dive crazily into what all they do, but the mayors get privileges of things like affiliation videos, custom playlists, court design, mural design, uniform selection, and things like that. So basically, the person who's the mayor of an affiliation is basically the head of that affiliation. So they pick the playlist which I don't even know why this matters, because people who make YouTube videos or make streams and things, or stream and things like that, they're not even going to be able to use the music because all of it's going to get copyrighted. But obviously that doesn't apply to everyone, but they're in charge of making custom playlists, affiliation videos, court design, mural design, uniform selection, so things like that. That's not crazily important. If you guys are very, very interested, you can read up on that. But how mayors are selected is one of the most interesting things. So mayors will also be interacting with their voters via in-game polls and messaging that is all conveniently built in to the menu system of the city. So 2K will begin the cycle with 4 influencers in place as mayor, and each term will last 6 weeks. There will be new election to establish new mayors from the community and an option to re-elect the last mayor. So to tell you guys what's going on here, I don't want to say it's really getting political, which it kind of is. I guess you could say that, whatever. But the 4 mayors who are going to be selected at the beginning of 2K, because they're going to start off with the original 4. So this is the first 4 of NBA 2K21 and Next Gen that are going to be the mayors, are these 4 people. So the first one, which is the mayor of the Western Wildcats, is Troyden. Now, Troyden obviously has a very, very large following. People know who Troyden is. And to start off NBA 2K21, if you are choosing the Western Wildcats, Troyden is going to be the person that is going to be representing that affiliation. Next up, we have the Beast of the East, and the person representing that affiliation, who's the mayor, is Ticino. Now, Ticino, once again, is another very, very big content creator that a lot of you guys know, especially if you play NBA 2K20 or play NBA 2K in general. Ticino will be the mayor of the Beast of the East. Now, the mayor of the South City Vipers is Shakedown 2012. Now, some people aren't actually too familiar with this guy, but this guy has been around the community for a very, very long time. Now, when I tweeted this out, that people were like, oh, who's this? But if you're an OG in the community, you definitely know who Shakedown is. And the last one, who is the mayor of the Northside Knights, is Simply Grinding. Now, this guy's in DF. He's a very popular YouTuber as well. So those are the 4 mayors to start off NBA 2K21 on Next Gen. You have Troyden, Ticino, Shakedown, and Simply Grind. There's been a lot of talk around the mayors and things like this. I imagine there's going to be a lot of the same questions on this video that you guys have, but it's pretty simple and it's pretty straightforward. So basically, I already explained to you guys what the mayors do. I explained to you what they're responsible for, what they're going to do. So basically what it is I'm just going to say this as nicely as possible. Basically, the people who are going to be getting mayors this year are going to be people who are content creators. And the reason why I say that is because with the things that the mayors are responsible for, and includes like affiliation videos and things like that. Now, people who aren't really content creators probably aren't going to get the opportunity to be a mayor. Now, I don't necessarily think anybody who's not really a content creator or anyone who doesn't stream or make YouTube videos or anything like that, I don't necessarily think that they are going to apply for being a mayor. But basically, mayors this year are going to have a lot to do with popularity. If you're not popular within the 2K community or you don't really have an audience, the odds of you being able to run for mayor, it sounds so weird saying that when we're talking about a basketball video game, but if you don't have an audience or you don't do YouTube or Twitch or anything like that, the odds of you getting into being a mayor is probably going to be very slim. I mean, even if you do have an audience, even if you do have a fairly large following, it's going to be very hard for anybody to really get into the position to actually run for mayor. Now, we don't know exactly how it's going to work. It's going to be interesting when these mayors' terms are up. Once again, I still can't believe I'm talking about 2K when I speak about this, but once these mayors' terms are up, then there's the ability to vote for new mayors. Now, people are going to ask, oh, are they able to stay? Are Ticino, Troydan, Shake, and Grinding able to stay mayors after their term is up or after, I believe it was the 6 weeks? Yes, they are. So you're able to re-elect every single one of these people. So if you guys are big Ticino fans, you guys are big Troydan fans, whatever the case may be, whoever it is, if you guys are big fans of these guys and you, I guess, liked what they did for the affiliations and you liked how they represented the affiliation, you can actually re-elect these people. But they are able to have other people elected as well. So every 6 weeks, there will be a new election where you can vote different people in or keep the same mayors on the affiliations. It's very, very interesting to see how this is going to go, because a lot of this is going to be based off the popularity of people's names, which a lot of people are going to be frustrated. I understand that, but I do get why they would want content creators or things like that to actually be in charge of the affiliation, because it obviously gives more exposure to 2K, and then they're also responsible for certain things like designing courts, custom playlists, and making affiliation videos and things like that. But I'm very interested to hear your guys' opinions on this new thing that they're bringing in to 2K, which is mayors. This is something that we've never ever in our lives have ever seen before. I did not think that I was going to read an article and see that there were mayors coming to NBA 2K21 on next gen. That had an idea that the city was going to be coming, but I had zero idea that mayors were going to actually be in NBA 2K21, and we as a 2K community were going to be able to vote for who we want to represent our affiliation. That is still insane to me. But what do you guys think about the mayors? What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be a good thing? Do you guys think it's going to be a bad thing? Do you think it's a good addition, a bad addition? Also, I have another question for you. So there were 4 affiliations that were being brought to NBA 2K21 on next gen. I want you guys to comment if you want to be the Northside Knights, the South City Vipers, the Beasts of the East, or the Western Wildcats, because now you guys know the mayor, and I assume a lot of you guys are going to have that play in who you're going to pick, because a lot of you guys are fans of a lot of YouTubers and content creators and things like that. But which affiliation are you guys going to be representing? I might have to stick with my Canadian friend with Troydan and end up going to the affiliation he's in charge of, but you never know. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like. Do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and comment your affiliations down below right now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.